Assets are the possessions of the business that they bought in the past, so they have control over it because it belongs to them. And what's very important with assets, it will lead to an inflow of money in the future. So this is very important, inflow of money in the future. Because a liability will lead to an outflow of money in the future. And the assets, all these possessions of the business, can be divided into two categories: non-current assets and current assets. So you must be able to distinguish between the non-current assets and the current assets. Non-current assets will reduce over a period longer than 12 months in the future. So we don't buy fixed assets to sell tomorrow. We buy it because we want to use it over a long period of time. Now, if you look at your fixed assets, I have land and I have a building on it. So there's my property, land and buildings. What is inside this house in property? There is machinery, equipment, furniture inside. What is outside? A vehicle. So that means the non-current assets are the assets that you buy to use in your house. Machinery like a washing machine, equipment like a computer, and furniture, and the vehicle that you use, and you will use it for more than a year. And this value don't change every day. It will more or less stay the same value for more than 12 months in the future. Financial assets is when we deposit money in the bank. So in my normal bank account, I receive very low interest. So to receive a higher interest rate, I will put the money in a fixed deposit for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, up to 5 years. And the longer you keep it in the bank, the more interest you earn. So this won't change daily either. This fixed financial assets, if it's going to be paid out to you in over a year period, so longer than 12 months in the future, you will treat it as a non-current asset. Okay, a current asset are the things that you have in your business that will change on a daily or monthly basis. So you don't buy it to use it over a long period. For instance, the inventory that I buy, I purchase to sell. So inventory will basically change every day in a business. Every time when I buy inventory, we will have more inventory. When I sell inventory, we will have less inventory. We can also have consumable stores. Consumable stores are things that we buy to use in the business. So it's not for selling purposes. That's, for instance, packing material, cleaning materials, refreshments. And that is an expense for the business because all these things are used in the business. If there are consumable stores left over at the end of the year that was not used during the current year, then it will be a current asset because that portion of the consumable stores will only be used in the next year. Trade debtors are the people that we sell to. So that we sell to them on credit, we owe us the money because we sold on credit. And what will happen? We will receive money from them in the future. The debtors will also change on a daily basis. Every time when we sell to them, the debtors will increase. When they pay, the debtors will decrease. Then we can have different types of money. Money in our normal bank account that will be used to pay for expenses and pay liabilities, buy assets, and you take the money out of the bank with an EFT or with a cash withdrawal. Petty cash we don't want to pay all the small expenses with the EFT because it increases the bank charges. So we will take out, for instance, 1,000 Rand, put it into the petty cash tin, and all small amounts from 10, 50 Rand we will pay out of this petty cash. Cash float is the change that we keep in our cash register in the till, so that we will have change to give to us, our customers, when they pay.